What if one of the most beloved icons in Hollywood history left behind an interview so rare, so revealing, that it completely rewrites how we see her? Audrey Hepburn has long been remembered as the epitome of elegance and graced the radiant star of Breakfast at Tiffany's, Roman Holiday, and My Fair Lady to the world. She seemed untouchable, a woman whose beauty and charm made her appear almost otherworldly. But in a long-forgotten conversation rediscovered years later, Hepburn exposed truths that shook the carefully polished image the world adored. This is the lost Audrey Hepburn interview that changes everything. Audrey's story was always one wrapped in glamour. She was photographed in pearls and little black dresses, smiling effortlessly, as if she belonged to another universe entirely. Hollywood painted her as a fairy tale figure, a woman who floated through life without struggle. Yet, as this interview makes clear, her reality was far different. Hepburn spoke candidly about her childhood during World War II, describing nights of hunger, fear, and survival under Nazi occupation in the Netherlands. She revealed that the grace audiences saw on screen wasn't something she was born with, was something forged from trauma, a quiet resilience born out of unimaginable hardship. What makes this lost interview so extraordinary is its honesty. Hepburn stripped away the mask of celebrity and spoke openly about her insecurities. She admitted that fame, far from being a gift, often felt like a burden. She described the loneliness of being adored by millions, yet feeling unseen as a person. To many, Audrey Hepburn was flawless, but in her own words, she confessed that she never saw herself that way. She worried she wasn't beautiful enough, talented enough, or strong enough to live up to the image the world projected onto her. That vulnerability, revealed in this hidden conversation, makes her more human and perhaps more inspiring than ever before. One of the most powerful revelations was her reflection on her career versus her true calling. Hepburn admitted that acting, while it brought her fame, was never her life's greatest achievement. Instead, she spoke passionately about her humanitarian work with UNICEF, traveling to war-torn regions to help children in need. She explained that her own suffering during the war gave her a lifelong empathy for children living in poverty and conflict. To Hepburn, the applause of Hollywood was fleeting, but the impact of helping a child survive that was eternal. This admission reframes her legacy. Audrey Hepburn wasn't just a star who lit up the screen. She was a woman who carried her pain and transformed it into compassion. She also spoke about love, family, and the personal struggles hidden behind her dazzling smile. Her marriages had ended painfully, and she acknowledged the heartbreak of failed relationships. Yet she refused to dwell on bitterness. Instead, she expressed gratitude for her sons for the chance to live a full life, and even for her hardships, which she believed gave her a deeper understanding of others. It is in these words that we see the real Audrey Hepburn, not the flawless beauty in a black dress, but a woman who lived, suffered, endured, and still chose kindness. Why does this interview change everything? Because it shatters the illusion that Hepburn's greatness was only about her looks or her roles. It shows that her true power lay in her humanity. For decades, fans adored her as a style icon, a screen goddess frozen in time. But this rare glimpse into her private thoughts proves that her legacy is much bigger than Hollywood. Her struggles with insecurity, her reflections on suffering, and her devotion to helping others reveal a woman whose greatest role was not in film, but in life itself. So the next time you see Audrey Hepburn's timeless smile on a poster or watch her glide across the screen, remember this: behind the glamour was a survivor, a mother, and a humanitarian who carried her pain with grace. This lost interview reminds us that her real story isn't just about beauty or fame, it's about resilience, empathy, and the courage to live authentically. And that changes everything.